The most recent figures from the United States Department of Agriculture show that 17% of all Oklahomans find it difficult to feed nutritious food to their families. And more than 6% of Oklahomans live in very low food security households, meaning they can't afford enough food to feed their families. In the summer heat, those statistics climb because many parents rely on schools to feed their kids during the school year. Oklahoma food banks and schools are trying to fill the summer hunger gap, but many kids are still going to bed hungry.
During the summer months, the Tulsa Public Schools bakery turns into a well-oiled assembly line where TPS employees pack nutritious meals that will go to hungry students across the district. The food is delivered to some 16 summer cafe sites around the city. Between June 1st and the 21st, 5,000 meals had been served, and the program lasts until the end of July. The Agape Fellowship Church is where one summer cafe is located. Kevin Gibbs Sr. is the assistant pastor.
Between paying the mortgage and their bills and clothing them and a lot of other things, they just can't afford to give a square meal 3 times a day. So we are glad to be here in partnership with the food bank and Tulsa Public Schools to be able to fill the gap and feed them that lunch that they will miss since they're out of school.
The Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma fills the church's food pantry, which on Saturday draws a crowd.
On Saturdays, we are feeding anywhere between 180 to 200 people, giving them groceries every Saturday, and feeding between 100 to 125 a hot breakfast on that Saturday morning.
The pastor sees more families in the summer because many are in the same fix as Donnetta Douglas.
They eat breakfast and lunch at school, and then they will come home and eat dinner. So I've been running out of food fairly quickly because they eat more in the summertime.
Donnetta is a TPS bus driver during the school year, but is off in the summer to take care of 7 children while her husband works 7 days a week. The summer cafe fills the gap on their grocery bill.
My grocery bill is about $250 a week.
A week?
Yes. They eat a lot. They're growing kids.
Father of 2, Justin Evans, fills the summertime food gap by taking his children to a summer cafe near their home. He also gets his hands dirty every day to put fruits and vegetables on the table.
I grow my own.
What do you have?
I have, at home I have tomatoes, I have cucumbers, I have green beans and watermelon.
His children are 2 of more than 28,000 TPS students who receive free or reduced breakfasts and lunches during the school year. Michael Harp is the operations director for Child Nutrition Services at TPS.
So we know the need is there, and right now, before summer school starts, we're only feeding about 1,500 of those kids. So if you think about that, 1,500 of 28,000 kids that we feed during the school year, we are not meeting the need for those kids.
Sheila Russell is the Summer Cafe Program Coordinator.
I still don't think that we're meeting as many children as we can and that we have the ability to meet. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the frustrating part because we can see them and we know they're there. We're just trying to find ways to draw them in and to let them know that we're here.
The USDA, which funds the summer nutrition programs across the United States, ranks Oklahoma last in the nation for kids receiving needed food. Eileen Bradshaw is the executive director of the Community Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma. She says a number of factors contribute to that ranking, including the fact that much of Oklahoma is rural.
1 in 4 children is actually at risk of going to bed hungry at night. And, you think about that. I don't think it's right for anybody to be hungry. I just think that our country's better than that.
Bradshaw wants to dispel the myth that parents with hungry children aren't trying hard enough to provide for them. She says many are working 1, 2, or 3 jobs, but getting paid minimum wage.
You can have people working really, really hard, and they get paid on the first of the month, and they know by the second of the month that they're going to have to go out and search for food assistance because they pay for housing first. Transportation here, public transportation here can be challenging.
Bradshaw says the average family's grocery bill goes up by $300 a month in the summer, a hardship even for those making a decent wage.
But you think about a family that's already food insecure during the school year, there's not some place they can cut back to get that $300. And so, hunger becomes a real issue.
Those who work to meet the needs of the hungry say families should not be ashamed to seek out food for their children.
I refuse to sleep comfortable at night knowing that there's people that's going to bed hungry. And if I can do something about it, we will.